rise today on a matter of urgent public interest concerning the safety, resilience, modernization, and digital connectivity of our province. My privileged speech consists of two important items relating to the implementation of Provincial Ordinance Number 418-2023 and Provincial Ordinance Number 419-2023. First item, the Provincial Ordinance Number 418-2023 or the Underground Common Pipe System Ordinance. On May 30, 2023, the provincial government enacted the Provincial Ordinance Number 418-2023, otherwise known as the 2023 Underground Common Pipe System Ordinance of the Province of La Union. This landmark legislation was crafted with a clear and vital vision to eliminate hazardous spaghetti wires and ensure that telecommunication system remain operational even during severe typhoons and earthquakes. By requiring all service providers to relocate their cables into a common underground pipe system, the ordinance seeks to protect lives, properties, and critical communication infrastructure from the dangers posed by toppled poles and dangling wires. Under Section 4 of the ordinance, all existing and incoming telecommunication companies were given a period of 3 years from the law's effectivity to install or relocate their system underground. As this statutory period is now approaching, this representation respectfully seeks updates on the following matters. First, whether the Provincial Engineering Office, Provincial Planning and Development Office, and the Provincial Legal Office have completed the joint formulation of the implementing rules and regulations, which the ordinance mandated to be completed within 60 days from effectivity. Second, whether a qualified underground common pipe company has already been identified and endorsed by the Sangguniang Panlalawigan Committee on Public Works and Utilities to undertake the construction of the system. If such contractor has already been identified, who is the contractor? How many kilometers of underground pipe system have already been completed? And what is the projected timeline for completion? Number 4, whether coordination meetings among the common pipe company, telecommunication providers, the Department of Public Works and Highways, the provincial engineers have already been conducted to finalize the prescribed cabling designs. And number 5, whether the Provincial Engineering Office, the DPWH, are currently conducting the mandatory periodic inspection of underground installation to ensure compliance with the safety standard installation requirement prescribed by law. Mr. Presiding Officer, we cannot afford to wait for another disaster before recognizing the urgency and necessity of this transition. The people of La Union deserve the safety, reliability, and modernization that this ordinance promises. Second item, Mr. Presiding Officer, the Provincial Ordinance Number 419-2023 or the Common Tower Ordinance. Likewise, I rise to direct the attention of this august body to another vital legislation enacted on the same date, Provincial Ordinance 419-2023, otherwise known as the Common Tower Ordinance of the Province of La Union. This policy was decisive response to growing public concerns regarding the unregulated proliferation of cell towers near the residential communities. The ordinance sought to strike a balance between ensuring public safety and addressing the increasing demand for stable and accessible digital connectivity through a one tower per location shared infrastructure framework. The ordinance intended to minimize structural hazards while promoting efficient telecommunications services. As we mark 3 years since its approval on May 30, 2023, several statutory timelines and enforcement mechanisms now require close legislative oversight, particularly the 3-year transition requirements under Section 3, which mandated all existing and incoming telecommunication companies to transition into shared common towers through the lease agreement. Second, the mandatory annual structural safety inspection under Section 8, letter E, to be conducted by the Provincial Engineering Office, the NTC, and the DICT under the supervision of the SP Committee on Public Works and Utilities, and the imposition of penalties under Section 9 against the non-compliant telecommunication companies in the amount of 5,000 pesos per day for refusal to utilize the shared infrastructure system. Good governance demands rigorous oversight and faithful implementation of our enacted policies. I therefore request that these matters be referred to the Committee on Public Works and Utilities jointly with the Committee on Information Communication Technology for legislative inquiry in coordination with the concerned executive offices and stakeholders to determine the current status of implementation, compliance of enforcement, and other related concerns under the Provincial Ordinance 418-2023 and 419-2023. Let us ensure that these policies continue to protect the delicate balance between progress, public safety, and the welfare of the people of La Union. Thank you, Mr. Presiding Officer.